This is the American Rebellion. My name's Jerry. How y'all doing? I'm here with Matty K and Nick Young for a fun Saturday night at the Asylum, where we will be doing some weird shit with Matty K. We do have a call-in number. It's 352 325 1381. You can see it at the bottom on the ticker deal going across the screen. Feel free to call in. We will be very happy to talk about whatever you'd like. David Novi is with us. How you doing, David? He seems to be the only one, so we got that going for us. And Matt, how you doing?
Well, we just had a crew of Vatos replacing our RV gate and part of our fence with vinyl shit. $500 and $300 on two different sides. Yeah, no shit like that.
Sounds like fun. Okay, so Alan McMillan has joined us. How you doing, Alan? Good to see you. Nikki, how are you?
Doing good today. It looked a little uh, strange in the weather with that hurricane going on in Texas. We got some wind, got a little drizzle, and that was about the extent of it. And man, if you got some vatos, you might want to deal with them and get a lower rate. You know how that works.
Yeah, you can pick them up.
Actually, that was a pretty good deal. I mean, it's a good job. You had like four or five of them. I mean, they're only making a couple $100 a piece. It ain't bad for a day's work. But,
Well, that's
it
not
wasn't outrageous or nothing.
depending on the job, you know.
No, they had all the real deal shit. They had big augers, and they weren't half-assed. And it's pretty good. It looks good. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, if you'd hired some white people, you'd got it half-assed, and they'd have wanted a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, twice the price too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a sad thing. It is.
So Robert Wood is with us, and Max is also here from England. Says, don't forget to hang your brains up behind the door before you enter Matt's madhouse. So we're starting early with Max.
Hey, Jerry, do you have four candles and a
Uh,
piece of chalk?
What are you going to make a seance?
well, not handy, no.
Jerry's going to invoke a demon, actually.
I don't have any handy. No, I'm sorry, Matt. You really need to tell me this a couple of days ago. I had to make sure I had them.
Yeah, I should have gave you a little prep time. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually.
no problem.
I don't think you'd go through with it.
Oh, I would
I
definitely
don't think
go
you're
through
that.
it.
I,
I would go
I
through
don't
it.
think so.
I would go through with it. You know that. Alan McMillan says, I'm good, Jerry. How are you, Michelle, doing? We're getting through. Amanda Marie Wilson is here. Amanda, if you want to learn about politics, you probably should have came on Monday or Wednesday. Tonight, you may go insane. From what I understand, it's good to drink a lot during this particular Saturday night show, but whatever. Max says,
I think she wants to call in.
well, I don't know. However, if anybody would like to
What?
call in, we'd be more than happy to talk about whatever you like. Uh, oh, Amanda messaged me today. Found our show interesting. I don't know why. No one else does, but she may be one of us. You never know.
You're welcome.
I
Yeah,
thought Matt was going to go into singing Amanda. I swear to God, I thought that was coming.
yeah,
You know how Matt is.
yeah. Amanda said no. Okay, well, you enter
I
at your own
want to
risk.
take you by the hand and make you understand, Amanda.
I'm sorry I did that, Gary.
Yeah, you did it on purpose,
Off
too,
that
Nick.
track.
I feel the stabbing pain behind my left eye coming on. So just so you know, Irish coffee works for me. Anything with alcohol or meth or anything at all like that, crack, it all works well. You know, I asked Matt, and Max says that it's best to hang your brains up when you enter Matt's madhouse. But anyway, we do have 10 whole people here, so we got that going for us. Also, we'll be yet again begging for money for Jasmine. That's Nick's daughter who has cancer. So I'm going to put the link here to her PayPal. It will go directly to her instead of going through me. We also have a GoFundMe and a Facebook fundraiser. If you want those links, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do that. We're also on YouTube at AmReb, the AmReb channel, just AmReb. My last channel got closed down, so or banned or whatever, so it's a new channel. Nobody watches over there either, so it's much like here. But anyway, we welcome everybody here. Matt has this is Weird Shit Saturday Night, where Matt comes up with ghosts, goblins, aliens, Bigfoot, you name it, and we all argue with them. Normally, we have a fairly good time. Now, hopefully, Nick has gotten over his laryngitis and he'll join us tonight. Where's the mute button when you need it? I said, hopefully Nick has gotten over his laryngitis and will join us tonight in the conversation.
I'm here.
Robert Wood says, yep, now I have to go digging my puppy out from under the bed. Yep. Matt's singing. It's not good. We try
At least it's not from the backyard, Robert.
Yeah, we try to entertain as much as possible, but then Matt gets involved and people cry, apparently. Get in the fetal position, suck their thumb. I don't know. Crazy shit, but whatever. So, Matt, what do you have to tonight other than me conjuring up demons and whatever?
I was going to have you summon a demon, but you don't seem brave enough to do it, so we might have to forego that one.
Well, seeing as how I
well,
don't...
you're already on the phone, Matt.
Seeing as how I don't...
You have been summoned.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true, Nick. But I do not believe in such things, so I'd have no problem doing it had you given me at least 24 hours notice.
You see, Nick, how brave Jerry is about debunking supernatural things, but he never actually goes through with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I know what you're saying.
Alan says I'm a little fuzzy there. Yeah, Alan, that's Facebook. There's nothing I can do about it. If you can see the picture I see, it's like high HD, the whole 9 yards. But when
you're better off.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, you're by the time it gets to Facebook, it's a mess. I'm telling you. It's going out the way it's supposed to. Once it gets there, and YouTube is no better because I'm shadow banned on both places. Much like many people are. I'm not on a phone. I'm on a computer. If I was on a phone, it might be better, but unfortunately, I'm old and it's harder to read the comments on the phone. Max wants to know how it's going with the plastic drums, Matt.
So I'm kicking ass.
Okay. It's mesh, Matt, right? It's mesh.
Yeah, they're not plastic. Dude, they're not rubber, they're mesh. It has the real deal feel of a real regular drum head. Yeah. And the whole whatnots and everything,
Jerry, what are you
I could
smiling?
actually use them in a gig situation. I got fucking 6 or 8 amps. I could run them in series, and I could blow the who out of the water if I wanted to.
But you can't buy a goddamn computer.
Seriously,
Yeah, I
don't
know.
want a damn computer.
Okay.
Come on.
Uh,
Yeah. You
what's
could
your
probably program your electronic drums with the computer somehow.
what you're seeing behind me, Manda?
Yeah, you can buy
Okay,
drum
I'll get to you in a minute.
samples on, if you got a MIDI connection. I don't even know what that means, but you can plug it in and download shit
Right.
from your computer. You can like download, like if you like, Ginger Baker's drum kit, you could download that on the, blah blah blah, ding dangle dongle, shit like that.
Amanda wants to know what I'm smoking. She doesn't see smoke, probably because this is a green screen. This, what you're seeing behind me, I don't know if you can really tell, but it's not a backdrop, and the smoke gets lost in it. But Kevin Bearden's here, so that's why. Um, I could show you what's actually behind me if you'd like.
Smoke gets in your eyes.
Let's see, we're at 48, so that's what's actually behind me, which is green. Okay, and then you can add a picture and you can set it at the right deal. Hold on, and which is right
Hey Jerry, did you
there.
check out your buddy Harry Reid have all the new UFO evidence released or anything? Did you see anything come out?
No, I really didn't read the news today. I actually
The
had
new Navy was going to come out with the shit or anything?
I had a I finished fixing.
The guy that doesn't believe in God and believes in aliens. I
I
mean,
do not know.
let's do a little
I've never.
comparative
I've never.
analysis there.
Again, I've never um, said that there were aliens. I said there was a possibility. That is all. Um, I did get all my electrical work finished finally. By the way, Matt, your light in your closet. I don't know what the laws are in California, but if you have a light bulb in it that's higher than 60 watts, it may have blown out the light, and that's why it won't work. There's a very good chance of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who come up with that information?
No, it's always been that way. If you look on the light itself, somewhere is going to be a sticker on it that will tell you it only takes up to 60 watts, more than likely. So if you have, say, a 75 watt bulb,
Oh, I'd follow logic, but yeah.
if you sometimes they will handle it for a long time, and all of a sudden you turn it on or something, it'll pop, and that's the end of the actual light fixture. It depends on how good the fixture is, and it's a closet light, so chances are it's a contractor light.
But
And with women wanting
that
everything,
doesn't take into account the outlet next to the sink for my wife's hair dryer. That's dead too. I don't know
well,
why either.
there's also have
You think it would trip? Well, there's nothing tripped. I don't
yeah,
know, man.
but well, that is weird. I got to admit, but if it could be that you burn that produces that motor itself produces a lot of heat. The hair dryer, and they are semi-famous for doing that. Especially if it's an old socket, it may. If you pull the socket out of the wall, look for black spots. If you see it, replace the socket because it could very well just be that. Although it seems odd that they didn't trip anything. That does seem odd. It does. The different green screen made you less fuzzy, Jerry. Okay, I've been using the same one for a week there, Alan. I don't know what to tell you. What happened to the flags behind you? They're still in the room here. I just I'm doing this. I get tired of seeing the same shit all the time. I try new stuff. Amanda says she's all LED. So am I. Matter of fact, the lights you see, well, you can't see them, but I got two lights on now. I put LED bulbs in every one of my lights. They're actually brighter than a regular bulb, or them, crazy straw bulbs. And they draw a lot less electricity. So I'm not an electrician, but I know I understand a lot more about it now. Uh, so
But you play one on television.
no, I just watch YouTube videos and learn shit. That's all. And I actually am good at diagnosing problems just by going through a process of elimination. Turned out I had two white wires crossed, and when somebody redid our kitchen, they put in a new light, new sockets rather. And instead of putting a black wire on a black wire and a white wire on a white wire, they reversed both of them. So I put the plugs in correctly. Okay. Um, so what happened is that when I put the wires all back together in one part of the house, the plugs wouldn't work because the wires were crossed. So I just switched the wires on the plugs, and now everything's fine. Now all I got to do is fix the holes in the walls where I traced all the wires around into here and there and everywhere to make sure I got it all right, and everything's beautiful. Jerry's don't let him loose on electrics, Jerry, from Max. I don't know. He's got a plug and a thing. It could have been they. If you have a tester, there's a way to test the electric coming from the actual box to see if you're even getting power from the box. But normally, if your circuit breaker is broken, circuit breakers don't go bad. They just are bad in a second. They're either good or they're bad. They don't go bad.
Well, yeah, like I said, I had my little English electrician out here not 2 months ago to fix a different problem. He checked all the the bus bar and the breakers and replaced a couple.
Yeah.
Still ain't working now. I have to call him back after he gets over his COVID-9 scare, according to Biden.
Well, when I even have a doubt about a circuit breaker here, I just replace it because most of mine are like 30, 40 years old. Like the last one I replaced for this particular problem, just to be sure, it was like $12, but they didn't even make that. That company that made them wasn't even in business anymore. So, you know.
And shit, there might even be one that I haven't found. I mean, they're fucking. There's bus bars and circuit breakers all over the place in this house, in the closets.
Yeah, well,
shit, there's probably ones I ain't even found.
Yeah,
I don't
if you
know.
have a big house, chances are you got more than one box. It's a little surprising they're not right next to each other, but because you have a big house, they may have relocated them to use less wire.
Well, the guy that made the whole major edition did it. I mean, himself with
Yeah.
on the side. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with all of it. You know what I mean?
Am I an electrician by trade? No, I'm not. I'm a DIYer. I do it myself. However, I spend a lot of time learning how to do shit. I watch a lot of videos. I try to have the right tools, and I'm good at fixing shit, so that helps. Obviously, this took me 3 weeks, so much longer than an actual electrician. But then this house is a lot different in a lot of places because it's very old, and people have done a lot of different things to it, and there's not a lot of rhyme or reason for some of the shit I see. So you have to be very careful. David Grady says he believes in UFOs, Matt. So you got that going for you.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I mean,
The little green men that go oop op orp, take me dear later.
no,
Alrighty.
Oh,
no.
did y'all see that video that I don't know who posted it, but supposedly some UFO came and shot up some Afghanistani camp or something, and it's on video. Did y'all happen to see that?
Was that recently?
I don't know when it was filmed, but they zoomed into it, and boy, it looks like a saucer. I thought it was like a warthog coming in and tearing up this damn place, but when
My,
they zoomed into it,
Well, hell, at least they're on our side.
yeah.
Fuck it.
it just
Yeah.
destroyed that place. But it was some guy because there was like an army vehicle that he's standing behind, kind of like a Humvee or something, and he's recording it. And after it's over, he said something like, "What the fuck was that?" Stuff like they called it a strike.
How much does Faker Book get from the purchase of stars? Somebody else mentioned. What are you talking about stars? I'm not actually on Facebook. I'm on a streaming service. I just see the comments because they come over. They I don't know. Some little guy in the computer ships them over here. Uh,
Did you guys ever hear that story
I
about
don't know what it is.
GIs that were in Afghanistan that actually had a shootout with some gigantic men creatures?
Men
No, didn't
creatures.
hear that one.
Men creatures.
Yeah, they had like spears and threw boulders and shit. It wasn't that long ago.
What? Let's see. Max saw it. He says it's a mock-up. Either that or it was what do they call him? One of them freaking stealth fighters. Uh, Whatever.
Well, it kind of looked like a stealth fighter
Yeah.
first coming in, and then they zoom in on it, so it's hard to tell exactly what the hell it really is. But
Yeah, but I mean, your stealth or your well, they don't use the SR-71 anymore, but they can't fly that fucking slow to do that shit.
yeah, this shit was slow. It came in slow,
Could
according
have
to
been a
me, just
maybe.
watching it.
Maybe it was
But
a Harrier
who
jet.
knows?
Maybe it was something like a Harrier jet. They can stand still. Trust me, there are spirits, ghosts, or whatever you call them, from Kevin Bearden. Uh, I've never seen one. I also think there's a possibility that that could be true, but I don't know. How can my sliding
Yeah, I
glass?
wanted Jerry to draw a circle on the floor and put four candles in the cardinal directions, one for Leviathan, one for Belial, one for Phleresis, and one for Baal. And then you had to chant a little. But since Jerry's not prepared, I don't think we're going to go for that route right now.
Not prepared. I heard about it 10 minutes ago. How prepared do you want me to be in 10 minutes? Let's see. When I click to comment, the stars 25.50 etc. If I send money, I'd rather you got the full amount. That must be for the fundraiser, Alan. I would think. Because I have a Facebook fundraiser for Jasmine. If you would rather the money go directly to her, I'll put her PayPal up, and you can give it to her directly. Uh, that's the only thing I can think of. And you can give $5 or whatever. It doesn't matter. How can my son and I hear someone say something? We just look at each other. How can my sliding glass door open and close by itself? How can a blind go up and down by itself? Oh, it's very simple, Kevin. You were drunk. There you go. That's it. You're drunk again in your trailer with the spinners.
And if this happens so regularly there, how come you can't record it or
Yeah,
have a proof?
yeah. Put a little spy cam up or something. How about that? Come on, give us something, Kevin.
It's all wishful thinking, voodoo bullshit. All these people that see aliens and well, I won't go to the ghost route because you know I don't step into that pond. But you know,
Just for those of you who may be new or don't remember, Matt is afraid of Ouija boards, a game by Milton Bradley. Yeah. I ain't wanting to give Faker Book anything. Well, yeah, I guess when you give the Facebook fundraiser, they probably take a cut, I'm guessing. But then again, so does PayPal. They take their cut. Everybody takes a cut. However, this it's for a good cause. So, if I'll put the PayPal up again for her, and we are it's like pulling teeth, people. The Facebook one has been seen by over 1,000 people. It's got $340 in it. I don't get it. This girl's 23 years old. It's no good time to have cancer, and a lot of people die from it. I get it. Our good friend Tiffany, who's usually on here, her father just died from it, literally a few days ago, and I don't want this 23-year-old girl to die. I'm against that completely. Uh, Kevin says he'll never touch one of those boards. Well, it's a freaking board game for little girls who go over what do they call them? Like the slumber party deals or something. What you're
no,
Nick just put up the videos of
no.
the UFO in Afghanistan. So if you guys want to look at that, I'm with Matt on those boards. Well, right there is your problem. You're with Matt, and Matt is very close-minded, and unfortunately, and does not see any possibilities with anything. It's an opening, he says. Hey, Tina Von Young, how are you, darling? Nice to see you. It's an opening.
That's right. I don't dabble in the occult. I don't. Even if you don't believe it, I still don't want to tread on those stepping stones of it.
Well, I have a magic 8 ball that Matt is also afraid of. So if anybody would like me to ask the magic 8 ball anything, I'll be more than happy to do that. Alan McMillan says, do they still sell the board? Oh, yeah, they sell it. You can go online, buy it, Amazon, Walmart, any of that kind of shit. I looked at our Walmart, which isn't really saying much because our Walmart is like, I think our Walmart's in hell or something. They don't have anything.
You can make your own. It
Uh-huh.
don't have to be professional.
Yeah, I think if we're going to do it, it has to be professional. You know how it got patented. I do not. Tina Von Young is doing good. Good for you. Ask Matt. We have fission and fusion reactors, rocket engines. What is the third type of reactor? The GoFundMe is set up as an organization so it doesn't charge the 3%. Oh, did I do that on purpose? I'm a lot smarter than I thought I was. Good. Will he get his palm read? Matt, will you get your palm read? Amanda wants to know.
With four.
What for?
When he cuts half his finger off, he
Yeah,
gets red.
yeah. Let's see. It has nothing to do
Well, what
with.
are they going to tell me that I need to know? Well, when I'm going to die, how long I'm going to, what is going to kill me, blah, blah, bling, dingy dangle. Who gives a fuck? I'd rather be ignorant and just live my life out.
I've had my
which I
fortune.
wouldn't believe him in the first place. I mean,
I've had my fortune told with tarot cards in a bar. You know, a girl, like a lot of times they'll come in and they'll sit down and you pay them $10 or something, and it's like an entertainment type of deal. I didn't believe any of it. So, let's see. Deborah Cole says it has nothing to do with the board. The board focuses your attention and intent. By the way, if we go off the air, it's because it's raining here, just so everybody knows. Hopefully, we'll be able to come back. It's raining as we speak.
no, it would be evil spirits that are taking Jerry's ass over, is why you go off.
Yeah, evil spirits. Okay, I got you. Got you. Read about how the board got patented. Just read up. I don't want to read up on that, Kevin. I'll be very honest with you. It says he said that it spelled out the name of the patent officer's name. That's great. Jimmy Collins, how you doing? Didn't Matt like my question? Matt, David has a question. I have to get back to it. I did read it. Let's see, where the hell is it? Where the hell? Oh, here we go. We have fission and we have fusion reactors, rocket engines. What is the third type of reactor? That question is for Matt.
The chemical.
Okay. We do have a call in
Good
number.
answer,
It
Matt.
is 352 325 1381 if you'd like to call in. And we'll talk about anything you want. Someone say this, please.
You remember them damn when I was like a kid in the '60s, you could get like a chemistry set with all kinds of fucking toxic bullshit that they just sold the kids and everything.
Exactly. That's because we were
Had
tough.
one.
We were tough. We didn't need a helmet or shoulder pads to ride a bicycle. None of that kind of stuff. It was great. It was. It's great. We were like, of course, we did blow up quite a few garages and basements, but come on, details. Number is 352 325 1381. If you were actually paying attention, Kevin, you would see at the bottom there's like a ticker going by, and the phone number is right on it. I know you're slow. I understand. Now he wants to call in and talk about the freaking Ouija board, which Matt's going to hang up because he's afraid ghosts are going to come get him or something. I don't know. I don't know. Little girls aren't.
No, because he don't like it either. So
little
we're on the
girls,
same side.
little girls aren't afraid of the
Yeah.
Ouija board.
I
yet,
told you the
Matt.
story of those two Japanese brothers that the one fucking Japanese brother hid in the closet after they summoned the demon, and he was never seen again.
Okay. Right. Maybe he ran away from home. I don't know. I need one of those Ouija boards to go with my pentagram in my basement from Alan McMillan. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's it right there. You know what we need back is Helen. She used to be good because she was a witch. Yeah. She had a pentagon in her living room, really. But Helen don't like me anymore, so what can I tell you?
So you can go all the way to rabbit hole. Your Aleister Crowley, blah blah blah, rock and roll, politicians, dingy dangle, the whole nine.
Deborah Cole says, did you hear about China sending seeds to people? If you get seeds in the mail, don't plant them if you didn't order them. Why? Did they give your computer a virus? I don't know. Why wouldn't you? Why? All the seeds in the world come from fucking China. I don't know. No, not chemical reactor. No such thing. What is the third type of nuclear reactor engine? I don't know. That's from David Novi. Let's see. They are a species that takes over and kills out natural vegetation and crops. Ah, okay. Was she a good
Yeah,
witch or a
it's
bad
like
witch? She
some
wasn't
bad
really
shit.
actually
Yeah.
the religion witch. She was just mean to me, is what it was, Amanda. All the time. And one time I didn't want to play, and she got mad at me. And one time I didn't want to play. This going on for like 2 years. We did a lot for her on this show. We did. We did. We did. And we helped her out one time. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Not taken away from that. Glad we did it. I am still. But, one time I didn't want to play the game because I was in a bad mood, and she got mad. Supposed to turn them into the USDA. So China is now sending seeds for free in the mail of vegetation that takes over and kills our natural our homegrown shit. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, it's with certain like Amazon
Come on,
that they're sending these
that can't
packages.
be really. And so you're just gonna get it and go, huh? I didn't order this or anything, but I'll just plant the shit anyways. Come on, it sounds like an urban myth to me. I don't.
Half of the stuff you get on Amazon is from China or in eBay. Even when you buy it in America, they
Right.
have warehouses and shit. Most of them are in California, but I do have them in New York, in Texas, places like that, where you say, okay, like whenever I buy something, I try to buy it in America. However, you know, if it's coming from California, chances are it's coming from, if unless it's an actual individual, it's probably coming from China, especially if it's on Prime. That was a question for Matt. His answer to my first question was wrong. I'm sorry, David. What is the third continent? I guess he doesn't know. I don't know. How about Jimmy?
All right. What do you say? Fission, fusion, and nuclear. Uh, well, that's probably one and the same. All right, David, I secede to your superior intellect. Is that what you want to hear?
Jimmy Collins would like to know if you would like, Matt, a glow in the dark Ouija board bath mat. He'll send it to you free of charge. You can put it right there in your bathroom and stand on it when you get out of the shower. It'd be good for you. People do, Matt. A family in Utah got seeds labeled earrings. They didn't know the difference.
Yeah,
So why didn't they throw it away?
they're
They just
labeling
go,
them.
oh, geez, I'll just plant it anyways.
They're labeling them as something else, so the customs doesn't, check. That's what I read.
Okay. This is making much more sense now. All right, all right, all right. I got to tell you something. We are at war with China, people. I'm telling you, we are at war with China. It isn't a bullet throwing war. It is a economic and political war.
You come to Mao. You come to Mao now.
Alan McMillan says, "Fuck China. Their seeds, vitamins, vaccines, viruses, and most of all, Chi Ping." Some billionaire mogul or something over there called the head guy, whatever Ping or whatever his name is, called him a name. I'm sure he's going to be disappeared by tomorrow. They'll probably end up shooting him at a firing squad by Monday. Yeah, yeah. And the sad part
No,
is,
well, no. North Korea likes to use the howitzer. I don't know what they use on that in China.
or dogs. Don't forget the dogs, hungry dogs. The thing is, people. The sad part is that it's hard not to buy shit that was either produced completely in China or put together in China. Um, a lot of stuff, the parts even may be made in America, but they're sent to China to be put together. Or they're made in Pakistan, sent to China to be put together, sent to America with a stamp that said USA or something on it. It's very, very difficult. And China, as Deborah was saying, they do a lot of fucking shit. Like mislabel crap. Anything you buy from, you can tell if it's from China because the directions actually suck, big time. The third for nuclear reaction is a total annihilation reactor, antimatter reactor, and yes, antimatter does exist.
Theoretically.
Yeah, because we don't have warp speed, so I don't know. I watch Star Trek. I know these things. Let's see. The third form of nuclear reactor is total. Oh, somehow reason that came up twice. Okay. All right. Solar reactor. Okay, Alan. Just admit you don't know. Apparently, there's a hurricane going to be making landfall on the Gulf Coast of Texas, causing storm surge and flooding, with winds reaching 90 miles an hour. Big hurricane.
Yeah, Yolanda's daughter lives in Corpus Christi, and she posted videos of her standing on the coast. And yeah, wind's pretty goddamn strong.
Yeah.
That was earlier today, so I'm sure it's worse at this point.
Could be. So good luck to everybody near that area.
We could talk about a cryptid that well, actually it's not a cryptid, but remember the Tasmanian tiger that has been extinct for like 60, 75 years?
I've heard
It was
of it,
from Tasmania. It's sort of like a dog. It's not really a tiger. It's striped, but it's like a kind of like a hyena sort of fucking dog type of thing. Last one was shot in like 1936 or something, or the one in captivity. But supposedly, there's been sightings in Florida because back in the 20s, some rich dude in New York ordered a breeding pair, and they escaped and were never found. And so they have traveled and bred and multiplied, and now you get sightings in Florida, Louisiana. They like that sort of, uh,
Tropical environment.
yeah, whatnots. There's, they're sort of like that shits, and so I think they might be extinct in Tasmania, but there's some in the United States.
I've never
I
seen
heard
one.
that like 2 days ago.
I've never
Is
seen
that like
one.
the Tasmanian devil? Same animal?
No. Tasmanian tiger. It's long. It's big. It's like as big as like a German Shepherd. It's sort of half dog, but it's got stripes like a cat. It's more doggish than cat. It's a weird looking fucking thing. It's a xylothane, I think they call it. But
Well, everybody knows the Tasmanian devil.
Good luck in Louisiana for that thing. They're gonna figure out how to cook it.
It's prehistoric. I mean, in actual fact, in so many ways.
It'll be extinct if it comes to Louisiana. It will be a hunted animal, and somebody will figure out how to cook it and make it taste good.
Actually, the breeding pair that escaped 75 years ago or whatever has seemed to have been proliferating. So I don't know, man.
Deborah Cole says the hurricane just made landfall. It's a Category 1. That ain't bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worse than
75, 80 miles an hour.
It's worse than like no hurricane. But if you got a category, if you got to have a hurricane, a Category 1's to have. So, Nikki, heat, not electricity.
Have you ever
turning the heat directly into electricity is the problem? David, let me ask you something. You hear what we're talking about, right? What the fuck are you talking about with freaking antimatter and total annihilation freaking reactors and shit?
There's electrical reactor, which is also known as a line reactor. There's chemical reactor. There's nuclear reactor. There's just more reactors than just three. Believe me, Dave.
It hasn't rang through here on Kevin, but we are having some bad weather. Sorry, no, well, bad water coming out of the sky. It's probably, yeah. See, we just kind of went off for a second, came back on, so it could very well be. It's not allowing it tonight. I don't know. We are freezing up over here, so and we are lost connection. Uh, Let me turn off a couple other things. And we are turning off the phone calls, so don't bother. Uh, we may be going off for a second. All right, we're back. I've ordered stuff from China and got the product, and no surprise, a piece of shit, and have emailed the company only to be ignored. But weeks later, they've sent me knockoff Ray-Ban sunglasses or 50-cent novelty toys after I've contacted my credit card company as if that's supposed to appease me. Jimmy Collins says, I think my oven is made in China. The heating element just went out. Piece of shit. I had that happen. I just bought a new one. They're easy to replace, but you got to find one, which is probably not a good thing on a Saturday night. Dark matter exists, but it's unable to be captured. From Kevin Bearden. Okay. Um, Thank you, Kevin. Why are we talking about dark matter? No one understands that.
Wow, I feel all grasshoppered up now. Shit.
Amazon sells cheap shit, I found out. Of course it does. Most of it is from China. That's what America wants, cheap shit. They want to not spend a lot of money, okay? However, they're not happy with the quality, and unfortunately, you can't have one. You can't have cheap and quality. It's either you spend money with quality or you don't spend money in cheap. Kevin Bearden says we've captured light matter. Okay. Um, Thank you. I have to be honest about this. I don't care. Perhaps Matt does. Maybe Nick does. I don't know. Do you guys care? If you do, please have this conversation.
Yeah, dark line. Okay, we're all good. We're on the same page. Let's leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that. I don't understand why this started, and apparently David is on the internet again, figuring things out in his mad scientist laboratory. Um, Whatever. I'll pay extra for American made. I would too, but it's hard to find. Is the problem. And even some of that shit, you know. Here's the problem. Okay, a lot of stuff that says it's American made is may be put together in America, but made the parts are made elsewhere. There's all kinds of different ways they go about it. Small engine parts, you know, most of them are made in China. They have back orders on everything in small engine parts because they can't get them because they're made in China. The old saying, get what you pay for, correct. DMM Dark Matter Matters from Nick Young. Thank you, Nikki, for making this topical. Let's see. Kevin says because me and Matt are geniuses. Well, actually, David Novi is probably an actual genius. He knows about rocket science and shit like that, and dark matter and light matter and whatever. Nick knows how to cook roadkill possum, and I'm an idiot.
I beg to differ, sir. Most geniuses don't need to tout their prowess.
Well, he's not. I am. Let's put it this way: David Novi is smarter than me, which probably is not a very high bar. However, let's see. We still don't have a congressman. The Attorney General of Texas is now going to audit. May throw the election out and have to have a do-over. We are having a hell of a storm here right now. Let's see. Kevin Bearden says, I ain't dumb. D-U-M-M.
Jerry, I'd like to see you and my hammer, one of my hammers in the garage, have a debate.
Well, I don't know. I'd probably have an even chance of winning. Let's see. I got the same IQ as Bill Clinton. Really? In your pants? That's nice, Kevin. That's nice. If you're female, please stay away from Kevin Bearden. I'm warning you now. Don't let him suck you in. Why don't you have a congressman? Who is?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin is the first. The name Kevin is a warning in the first place.
Yeah, I mean that connotates like a guy that saves up all his bodily fluids in jars in his house on a trailer, probably RV something, fan down by the river. Even we don't know. Probably a serial killer. We still don't have a congressman. Who is running, Deborah? I don't. I'm not keeping up with Texas politics. We have a storm approaching from the west. It's monsoon season out here. Another week of afternoon and night rain. We're having the same thing here, afternoon and night. It's been raining since about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Yeah, you're right, Amanda. But there's people out there that do that.
Afternoon delight.
No, and Kevin isn't one of them, Amanda.
Afternoon delight.
Yeah, Amanda, Kevin isn't one of them. I'm just joking. I screw with Kevin all the time. He knows that. Yeah, I just have to reiterate that because some people take me seriously. Guess who had a higher IQ than me or Bill Clinton? A houseplant? A cup of coffee?
A shovel?
A shovel?
My cat? A moon pie?
Yeah, moon pie. Moon pies are pretty smart.
We can go on and on.
Mm-hmm. I used to love moon pies when I was a kid. It has rained here on the coast, Mississippi, every single day this month from Alan McMillan. Yeah. Well, it's rainy season in Florida. It's also hurricane season. So far, all the hurricanes are either on the west coast of the country or, going up in the Gulf and hitting Texas and stuff. Had a runoff here on 14th July, 7-vote difference, but representative chair won't certify the election due to a documented irregularities in both March and July. Documented irregularities. Does that mean voter fraud? Hold my puppy ears. There goes Matt singing again from Robert Wood. Yeah, I know, Matt. We try to stop him, but he's a loose cannon, Paul Reyes versus Tony Gonzalez. Let's see. Which one's the Democrat? We'll know who was lying and cheating. Let's see. Weren't you going for Gonzalez? Was that who you were going for? I can't remember. I'm sorry, Deborah. I try to keep up with everybody. Charles Manson's IQ was 148. Charles Manson was a psycho, though, Kevin. You sure you want to... put him in your category, plus him being dead now and everything. Just a thought, though.
All right, we're going back to the cryptids. Does anybody know what a Bondo ape is? Bondo chimp from the Congo? Um,
No.
it was an unknown species until the 1920s. They at first thought it was a hybrid between a chimp and a gorilla, but is a different subspecies that was never known before. They're huge. They're like 6 foot tall, weigh 200 to 300 pounds, could kill you in probably 3 seconds, and they're known as lion killers. So you're telling me an animal that was only found in 1920 something, and you don't believe in Bigfoot? These things have been documented, real, and maybe not as intelligent as Bigfoot. So they've been discovered, but they are monsters on Earth.
Okay.
They had a picture of one eating a jaguar. They don't know if he killed it or found it, but regardless.
Okay. So Paul Reyes in Texas went to bed with 1,000 vote lead and woke up losing by 7. Yeah. Okay. I got you. Yeah. That nothing weird there, right? You're watching some weird shit on TV, Matt, from Kevin Bearden. Yeah, I agree. Uh, I have to agree. But he looks his shit up.
Well,
He
I
does.
watch weird shit in my head all the time too.
Well, folks, they say that the first part of finding a solution is to admit you have a problem. Intervention. What is LULAC? I don't know, but I'm sure it's something anti-American. Seeing as how they're Spanish, probably Hispanic, some Hispanic group that hates Trump. How close am I, Deborah? So Matt is talking about apes that are huge.
Probably starts with liberal.
Well, L.A. and the LAC is probably Latin American, something in the sea like conference or something. But Deborah will tell us in a momento. This is the problem when you can't have everybody on talking at one time.
Latin American LA Council or something. I don't know, something like that. Probably.
No, because it's LULAC, LULAC, and it's obviously what they call them. I forget what they call it, but uh,
League of United Latin American Citizens.
okay. Matt ought to know
Is that
spirit.
like the LGBTQ and sometimes Y?
Yeah. Let's see. Max says, in your own head, Matt.
AEIOU and sometimes Y?
In your own head, that's a dark place to be, Matt. Matt ought to know spirits are real, being a genius like me from Kevin Bearden. Deborah Cole says this particular group helps border jumpers. Yeah, okay, that's close enough. Volunteer based organization that builds strong Latino communities. Yeah. Basically, they help border jumpers. So, Deborah is, for those of you who don't know, is very involved
Based in
in
Corpus Christi.
not only national top politics, but also Texas politics. She is a delegate, actually, a real live one. And they are now currently doing or they were a convention virtually, which I'm sure is a big pain in the ass. Certainly not the same as being there in person. Uh, but I don't know. Anyway, so let's see. We got big apes. We got German shepherds that look like tigers. Apparently running around Florida. Hopefully staying out of Louisiana. Uh, what else you got, Matt?
Well, shit, you haven't even dug into any of those. I mean, fuck, I can throw all kinds of shit out, but if you don't like, regard it and disregard it, what the fuck's the point?
Yeah, we were told panthers don't exist in Louisiana, but I can guarantee you they do.
Oh yeah, they come up from Central America. Jaguars, everything comes into the United States. They're crossing the border, so they're illegals, but they're animals. So what can you say?
They also
Yeah,
come up
I
from
go
Florida.
hunting when I was younger, and you can hear them.
Yeah.
It sounds like a woman screaming
Yep.
in the woods. It's
Yep.
exactly what it sounds like.
Makes you want to run and rescue a damsel in distress till you see it and it eats you. I saw a video.
Yeah,
Someone
it's
explained to
chilling.
me exactly what these damn protesters want now that it is something needs explaining. I think they want to just go out there and cause havoc. Frankly, I don't think they know what the fuck they want. And the things that they have stated, Kevin, I actually believe are just socialist communist bullshit. Um, that is very easy to demand.
Well, like I said, what's the point now? You already stole everything. I mean, you got nothing else to do now. I mean, it's over with.
Yep. Yep. I saw a video today where Grabby Hands Biden said when he becomes president, he's opening the gates of America for Muslims. Yeah, because he's now in bed with one of these Muslim groups. So let's see. Bigfoot rides in a flying saucer, and Nessie is the flight coordinator. Smartest thing you've ever said, Kevin. Thank you. Hey, everybody, please check out Chip Chat on YouTube. That's my granddaughter. Chimp Chat. Oh, the zookeeper girl. Jetfire, how you doing? They want us to give them Texas. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm sure that'll go over well, right, Jeff? That's Deborah. I'm sure them people out there in the desert where she lives, they'll do that willingly. Deborah actually lives in a compound.
Why do we gotta give them Texas? We already give them Chicago. We already give them Detroit. We already give them St. Louis. The fuck?
Yeah.
Texas is gonna be any different?
God, I can't imagine Texas. Could you imagine that? There'd be a war in Texas. There would be. There would be an actual fucking war. Wow. They want to give them Texas. Jesus Christ. Where am I living, man? I go to freaking Walmart. I got to wear a mask inside. It's like, where am I living? Boy. Well, anyway. Oh, we're up to 14 whole people. The ratings are up.
Oh, at least it ain't 13 and a half.
Well, that's true. Well, we got Kevin. We got Kevin.
Yeah, right.
David Novi. Kevin, light functions as both a particle and a wave. Depending on how...
yeah. I should have said 13 and a half wit.
Okay, David Novi says, Kevin, light functions as both a particle and a wave, depending on how the experiment is conducted, and when observations are made, wave-particle duality in matter. The question of whether such duality also showed up in matter was tackled by both de Broglie hypothesis, which extended Einstein's work to relate the observed wavelength of matter to its momentum. I'm going to kill myself now for reading that, just so everyone knows. Right here on the Facebook. Boy. I just read that, and I have no idea what I just read.
Which means a lot of... David says a lot of words without a lot of meaning behind them. The Broglie shit is all theoretical bullshit. I mean, you're citing straw man fucking arguments.
Okay, here we go. I'm a short, fat guy, so I'm still counted in one from Jeff. I'm a tall fat guy. I don't care. No, the only reason we say it is because we're shadow banned and we should have more people, but we do have good people here, so I'm good to go. But dark matter can't be located. Yes, it can, but only at night, Kevin, when it's dark. You got to go outside and look. Go ahead and do that now, actually. See, I'm a scientist, too.
And it cost you $60.
Yeah. I don't understand. I don't understand why David is on this kick tonight. So maybe he could explain that. Although he's probably on this kick every day because David does read about this shit. I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. I'm not making fun of that, but I just read what he said, and I have no idea what I just read. So apparently that makes me a moron or an idiot. One of those two. Whichever one's the lower on the idiot, the dumbass scale. Everything is theory till it's proven. Thank you, Deborah. That almost sounded intelligent enough for me to repeat. Everything is theory till it's proven, and that I'm out. That's all I got. During an eclipse is how Einstein's theory was proven. Okay. Okay. Oh, I don't care. All right.
Oh yeah. Then the woman astronaut that retired in 2018 that was on the supposed space station
Oh Lord.
for over 600 days has theoretically regressed in age by 0.02 seconds since she's been gone. She's actually 0.02 seconds younger, according to Einstein's theory.
Well, I'm sure she's very happy about it, although she does tell America she's 20 years younger, but whatever. I've never tried to figure out why that is with women, but nevertheless, it's just, there's a lot of things I don't try to figure out, much like
What's the same thing?
dark matter.
When you see the astronauts doing all the weightless floating around bullshit, they're just in a 747 at the apogee of the fucking their eclipse, and if you're at a subsonic speed at an apogee and come, it's like riding a fucking elevator. But it lasts 10 seconds. They take pictures like they're floating around, like they're in weightless bullshit. It's a joke, man.
Alan McMillan wants to know where his I don't care button is. David Novi actually has a retort to you, Matt. Matt does all his by proclamation because real science is hard and done by actual research. Today or something? What the fuck happened here? Some of the shit y'all talk about makes me drink more of my beer. There you go. I told Amanda about the drinking, but she didn't believe me. Jimmy, you should probably talk to her about that because it's the only way to get through crap like this, I'm telling you. So, anyway, let's see.
Well, riddle me this, Joker. How come all your little weightless scenes of the astronauts are only like 10 seconds? Because that's the only amount of time they're fucking weightless for. Because it's an airplane going over their apogee and coming back down.
I'm going to tell you.
It's bullshit, man. You've been hoodwinked.
Yeah, okay.
For a vast budget of fucking money that they've spent on this bullshit.
Right.
That's never produced a fucking thing.
It produced Tang. It produced WD-40, one of the greatest inventions ever. But regardless of that, if you come onto this show and tell me the earth is flat, I'm going to have to kill you, just so you know. Amanda says she's on her second shot of tequila.
Frank Zappa's mother invented whiteout.
What? What?
Frank Zappa's mother invented whiteout. You know the shit you used to wipe on fucking typewriter paper?
Yes, I know what whiteout is, Matt. They still actually sell it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they still make that.
Amanda says she's on her second shot of tequila. See, she was sober for 40 years. Or I don't know how old she is, but whatever. And now this show has made her get off the wagon and just she's shooting tequila, and it's almost over. It is. We took a perfectly fine woman and turned her into one of us. Let's see. Okay, I'm not even reading with the sitting still. I don't know what. Geez, I need a drink now from Max. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what took you so long. I got you beat. I already had a pint. Oh, jeez. Everyone is drunk. That's why they're watching this.
Um, David Noe probably believes in the white big lighter theory of all the rock stars that died at 29, right?
32 years. You were sober for 32 years? Or you are sober for 32 years? Wow. I got 25. She beat me. Or she got.
I had about 25 minutes this morning.
And we're all very proud of that fact. Maybe we should make the show earlier in the day. Maybe that'll do it. Yeah. No need for whiteout. Doesn't the government just black out everything?
Will be there, man?
Yes. No. Oh, Amanda is 32. I see. That's all? Really? 32 and she's watching this show. Okay. Amanda, you're a young woman. All right, you probably got a lot going for you.
God damn, I got fucking draws
with a drink in your hand.
Yeah, listen, Amanda, you're
according to Jerry's assumption.
Yeah, and she doesn't drink. But you're a young woman. Your picture, you look good. I don't know. You should really be out. Don't listen to this show. You'll become one of us. And it's Saturday. Go see the world. I don't know what JK. Just kidding. It's got to be it. Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay. All right. She's 32 years old. Wow. You're actually, I think, one of the youngest people on here. Why? Go get a life. Find a hobby.
That's a good thing.
Maybe. Yeah. I know. And I'm trying to talk her out of watching. We got nobody watching. I'm trying to talk somebody out. Online, I'm 19. Yeah, Kevin, we know. No, I'm not 32. Okay, you're killing me, Amanda. You're killing me. Okay, you're killing me. Amanda, apparently we have made her have Alzheimer's or something, and now she doesn't know how old she is. Good job, guys. Way to go. Nice job out there. It's probably Kevin's fault. These ways, we're going to blame Kevin because that's what we do. Let's see. I'm 57. Matt's 82, and Nick is 50. She's 65. Okay. All right.
Fuck off.
No, Matt's 60. I'm sorry. That actually sounded like he meant it. Let's see. David says, Kevin, yes, as you speed up, pilot time shows it slows down. I don't know about the distance thing. Wait, there's something David doesn't know? That's amazing.
Doesn't amaze me much.
Yeah, I know. But you're bound and determined to piss him off, which I don't understand why. I just want to know why he's on this kick tonight. That's all, and he won't explain it to me. It's annoying. Normally he does normal comments. Tonight it's all about the Science.
It's all right. Hey, Dave, just smoke on the Fermi paradox for a while and get back to me on it.
What happened to the weird shit? Okay, Max. Have you not been watching? Is that what it is? Yeah, we're not taking phone calls in the rain because it might kick us off. Too much. I got satellite internet and that can happen. So sorry, Kevin. However, next time, well, we'd be happy to hear from you, actually. I'm 37. Hook me up. With who? Kevin? I'm sure that would work out good for you, Dan Yo, on YouTube. Yeah, we'll hook Dan Yo up with Kevin. Are you gay, Dan Yo? Tell me. I thought it was weird shit night.
Hey, I'm only 33.
Yeah, times two. Nick takes his mute button off. The laugh
Well,
once. One note laugh. Not raining here. Oh, really? Not raining in Alabama
Oh,
when it's raining in Florida. Wow, that's some sort of weather phenomenon there, Kevin. Oh, I got to tell you this story today. I actually got kicked out of the local McDonald's for good today.
oh,
I did. It's great.
really?
I did, yeah. We went to the drive-in because I was getting my wife something to eat because she's got the diabetes, and if she doesn't eat, then kind of screws her up. But anyway, so we want the receipt. I'm like, no, I don't want the receipt. Although I should always do that. I get up there, they hand me a bag, which is the right one, but they don't hand me the two large Cokes because I wanted something to drink too. And then proceeded to tell me I didn't pay for it, which I did. So I said, fuck you, you want $15 an hour, and drove away. And then I was so pissed, I turned around, I paid for him. The bill was like $7 or something. Right? So I walk in there, and I'm kind of hot. I am. I gotta admit. So the one little manager guy, I tell him I want my two Cokes. I paid for them. I want them, and I'm not gonna leave without them. And says, starts talking a bunch of shit. I told him exactly what I paid. I told him exactly what we got, and I says, "You're gonna give me them two fucking Cokes." Blah blah. I mean, at this point, I was getting really pissed. People are starting to turn around and look. And then he says, "Oh, you're getting a really good deal today, ain't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's my dream in life to come to McDonald's and steal two fucking Cokes." At this point, I was going to go around over the counter at his ass. Okay. Then he said, "You'll stand there till I make them." At which point, he started to play the "Let's Go Slow" game. I waited maybe 3 minutes for him to put two Cokes in a fucking cup with some ice. And I looked at the other little manager guy, I guess it was under him. I says, "Go get my Cokes." And he's looking at me like he's lost. I'm like, "You get them. I'm not. I ain't waiting no more." Finally, the guy brings out the Cokes. He's got some more trash to talk. And I just looked at him. I said, "Fuck you, asshole. You people want $15 an hour. I come to this freaking place." And he says, "You know what? Get the fuck out of my store and don't come back." I'm like, "Yeah, okay. I was going to come back. Yeah, right." And as on the way out the door, with literally him right directly behind me, we had more words I won't mention here. So that was my day.
Should have asked him to show you the deed
Jerry.
that he owns the store.
Dude, the goddamn, here's the thing. I was thinking, while I was standing in the store, when is
You
the
should have
last
just
time
ordered Dr. Pepper at that point.
when is the last fucking time I got that mad or mad at all in a fucking McDonald's? I mean, we all go to McDonald's, Burger King, them places like that, right? And, without fail, at least every other time, something in the order is wrong. Everybody's used to it. We get peeved, but we don't get pissed off, usually. I have never been that mad in a fast food restaurant or any restaurant in my
You
entire
don't
fucking
go
life.
Bondo chimp on everybody. No.
No. And to be basically called a thief, like I'm trying to go in there and steal these fucking cokes. It, and he's like trying to tell me I didn't pay for them. I'm like, this was your mistake if I didn't, not mine. Go look the receipt. She probably threw it in the garbage because I didn't want it. Go look for the receipt. I was like, yeah, you fucking asshole.
Oh, they can pull up. They can pull up the last transaction.
Yeah, on the
I know.
computer, the cash register deal. Yeah, and it was whatever. Sorry, I would have thrown the cokes into the kitchen. Deborah, I'm telling you, this is, and I haven't felt this way in a long 10 years. I almost went over the counter at this motherfucker. Okay.
Well, you should have changed it and said, "No, I'm it, Dr. Pepper," and you probably don't even.
No,
Dr. Pepper. I don't know.
No, they have Dr. Pepper. I hate Dr. Pepper. Oh, then this is another new one now. All of them do it. We're in the truck finally. We're driving out. I haven't tasted my Coke yet. I'm had to make a U-turn, get back where we're going. We're coming home, and my wife says, "Don't taste the Coke, please." Which tells me it either had tasted like seltzer or it tasted like way too much syrup because the seltzer ran out. It turned out that the syrup was running out. It tasted mostly like seltzer. He threw out 2 full fucking Cokes out in the yard. I was like, my wife, who usually gets mad if I get this way, was on my side. That should tell you something. Anyway, that was my day.
Oh, Lord.
But we did
I haven't been to a fast food. I don't get drinks. I don't usually get drinks at fast food because it usually has too much, fucking carbonation or not enough syrup. They're really no good. I'll just drink water if I got something in the refrigerator. I don't usually get a drink if I buy something.
Well, you're right about that.
With ice.
Or they got
you don't get the drink.
Yeah,
all ice.
I want it full up with ice because otherwise they put like 4 ice cubes in there and the damn thing's warm. The problem is by the time you actually get it, the ice has watered down whatever drink you got. Now there was another kid in there with his girlfriend, and he said he was waiting 20 minutes for like a large soda and a large sweet tea, and he was pissed too. So I don't know. My wife goes, "You want me to call up the corporate office?" I said, "What good would that do?"
God damn. It could have been a Florida man who was the weird.
At that point, I think he could have called.
Could have had a taser report here.
He could. I did the same thing in my eye doctor's office. Every time I go to see them, I'm asked about my insurance information. I'm really pissed about the mask situation, so I snapped and told them that they already have the information. Nothing has changed, and I'm not coming back from Alan McMillan. So there's a big difference between the eye doctor and the McDonald's there. I can only get thinner from not going to McDonald's. You could go blind, Ellen. Call and complain at their main office and give us the numbers. Yeah, what good's that going to do? You want to know why McDonald's is a shithole now? Their food sucks. It's not that they take this off the menu or add that to the menu. Their food sucks. Their food hasn't tasted right in years. The French fries that used to be the best in the freaking world, and everybody thought so, suck now. Oh, Lord, David wants to know why Matt keeps asking me about the Fermi paradox. I've given him my thoughts on that subject many times. Is Matt losing his memory? I don't know, David. Physical. I had a bad had surveyed for Krispy Kreme. They were nasty.
Well,
I had to check my
the
prostate.
reason I bring it up is he was a dago, but a fucking genius that doesn't believe in aliens, and you're gonna refute him?
Let's see. Kevin had his prostate checked on Zoom. Wow, there's a lot of ways I could go with that, Kevin. There is.
By a hooker?
Yeah, or a porn site or something. Uh, let's see. Yeah, I don't eat the
Male prostitute?
McDonald's probably 20 years. It tastes like carpet. Yeah, Nick, you get the like my wife got the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, and I swear it tastes. It's exactly what it tastes like, cardboard. You have to like add a ton of salt and pepper.
Everything tastes the same.
Yeah, you have to add it, and it used to be like I love Big Macs, but back in the day they were way better than they are now. That's the problem with McDonald's. Their food sucks anymore. They used to cook it to order. All of them used to cook it to order on a fucking grill. Even if it wasn't real meat, it was still cooked on a fucking grill. Now they put it in a fucking microwave and wonder why people are pissed at McDonald's.
The only burger I really liked over there was, remember the one that they had separated, whatever they called it. It was in a little white carton, and put the meat in the bun on one side, the lettuce and everything on the other side. Remember that years and years and years ago? I don't remember what it was called. That was the best one because they had to make it fresh because nobody really ordered it. I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah,
but that was the best one. Other than that, they will not get your order right. I promise. It's going to be wrong every time. Or you get somebody else's order because they gave up waiting in line and just took the fuck off. So they just start handing off orders. And if you don't you got somebody else's shit.
I ordered this was like 5, maybe 10 years ago, a Big Mac with no cheese. And I got the fucker and looked at it, and they had just scraped the fucking cheese off of it. I still on there. I put cheese on there.
So that's how you know. I don't eat cheese. I'm allergic to cheese. And every time I order something, that I tell them specifically, no cheese, even if it does basically come with cheese, and they still put it on. And I'm like, you motherfucker.
No, I don't like hamburgers with cheese on them. I'll eat it separate if I want a piece. I don't like it on the fucking thing.
No, me either. But I don't like the American yellow cheese kind of shit. I'll eat the provolone, mozzarella, that kind of shit. The white cheese. But yellow cheese.
Say what? White cheese?
Yeah, white cheese.
All right, so David Novi says, Jerry, please tell Amanda if she unblocks me, we'll be able to see each other's comments. Well, David, why are you blocked by Amanda? I mean, and please don't tell me. Maybe she blocked. I don't know why she blocked you. I don't want to be involved in anything that may be happening between you two. If there's anything happening between you two,
I think because she's smart. I guess.
I don't know. I don't know if she mentioned that she couldn't see your comments. I missed it. I'm sorry if I did, and if nothing happened and it's a mistake, I'm also sorry. But I don't want to get involved with that. Nothing personal. Okay, I don't know what happened, and that doesn't seem like it's my business. I like Burger King from Kevin Bearden. Yeah, they're all right, I guess. I don't know. All fast food.
Taking care of business every way, and working overtime.
Right. Let's see. Anita's here. Oh, there she is. Yeah, Anita, how you doing? I don't think any restaurant is very clean these days from Kevin Beard. No, you're probably right. I don't know. To be honest, at this point in my life, I'd rather just go to a diner, order an omelet, and be done. I don't like going to restaurants really. None of that shit. It's just a big pain in the ass. Once in a while, like we'll go to when I meet my daughter. When we meet our daughter in Ocala, we'll go to the Olive Garden, which is fine. But it's overpriced spaghetti, basically. Whatever. It's not nothing wrong with the food. It tastes fine, whatever. But it's just overpriced, so I don't know. Um, Kevin Beard prefers cooking at home. I do too. Me personally, I could live on sandwiches. I'd be happy. Don't do takeouts from Viv Gordon. If we had a decent pizza place, if I ever hit the lotto, the first thing I'm gonna do is set up a pizza place in town. Yep. Order the water from New York and have them make real pizza.
I gotta tell you though, the Costco cheese pizzas aren't too bad, and I put pepperoni on it and bake them. They aren't too bad at all, really. I will even add a little tomato paste and shit like that. And a little mozzarella, something. But they ain't bad. They're not bad.
Yeah. Me personally, I could live on sandwiches the rest of my life. I love sandwiches. But
we have a new restaurant. It's been here for a couple of years. It changed hands. It was some Greek restaurant, but then it changed to an Italian restaurant called Terrazzo.
yeah,
Man, that look, they cook my that dish is great. It's a fish, when it's a dog. Most people probably get offended by it, but it's very good. But great.
I don't know. Our main pizza place that ain't like a chain in town is owned by Greeks, and I have to tell you the truth. When I get pizza, I want to see a guy with a white T-shirt or something, full of flour, and who's Italian cooking it. That's what I want to see. So, but unfortunately,
Yeah, I worked for an Italian restaurant when I was going to LSU, and believe me, these people were straight from Sicily.
yeah, yeah,
And everything was handmade every day. They had fresh fish. They had fishermen that would go into the Gulf of Mexico and bring in, shark, grouper, mai, tuna, you name it, and they'd cut it into steaks and grill it. You talking about some good shit.
yeah.
Fresh.
I don't mind if they're not from Sicily.
I used to hang out when I was a kid at a pizza joint, Pito's. It was whole family. His kids, sons and daughters worked there. Dominic Pio, the whole thing. He wore a, wife beater.
Yep.
He'd have a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He'd be tossing the dough and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It was good shit, though. I tell you.
Well, the reason we can't get good pizza down here, in order to get good pizza down here, you have to import the water from New York City to here. And that's literally
New York City.
Yep, you got to get New York water. It's the same thing with real bagels. If you have a real bagel place, the water has to be from New York. That's literally, and I didn't know this till years ago I found out, but that's why they don't taste as good if you don't use the New York water. So in the dough, I guess I'm assuming.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Mm-hmm. My buddy was going to open up a pizza place in Big Bear, the ski resort. He goes, "There's no pizza place," and his wife's from like New York. She's like, well, to make a good pizza, you gotta have water from New York. He's like, yeah, well, he was thinking about doing that.
Yeah, every
What's
pizza,
so good about the water in New York?
absolutely nothing, but it makes the
Got
pizza.
rat shit in it or something?
No, it makes. I don't know. I've tasted water in New York. It tastes funny compared to what I'm used to drinking here, but it's what makes the bagels and the pizzas and stuff. Florida, there's a place that we go to, but it's like 50 miles from here. That literally, that's where they import the water from New York. So
Sure, that's not contaminated very much.
no, I mean it's
Nah, it's some kind of chemical reaction that
yeah,
makes it taste good, or so. I don't know
yeah.
what the fuck it is.
You're probably right. But there is a major freaking difference. Plus, obviously the cheese and the sauce and the type of flour you use and everything else has something to do with it, but the water is the main thing. I remember somebody I was with asked the guy at the pizza joint, why doesn't it taste like this? He says, you got to have the New York water. McDonald's is going to get their kids
Yeah, but
de escalation training for when the customers get violent for mask mandates. Well, they needed some today in Chiefland. Florida water is hard water. Yes, it
I've
is.
had a little bout of maskne too.
Ask me?
What?
Yeah, you get acne from wearing the mask. It's a thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Maskne.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
wore it in
I got you.
Walmart.
I heard about
Yeah,
that.
I can understand that. I wore it in Walmart today for like a half hour, 35 minutes, something, whatever it was we were in there. And that whole part of in Walmart, you go in our Walmart, it's like 12 degrees in there. So, but that part of my face was sweating. Does it come from the Hudson River? No, New York water comes out of the ground just like it does everywhere else. But something about it being processed is different. It does. It's if you drink it out of the tap, it tastes a lot different up north than it does down here in Florida. But Kevin's right. We have hard water in Florida. I actually put water in 2 5-gallon buckets with a filter in it to get as much of the hard water out of it as possible. I have to clean my coffee pot. If I use the sink water, I have to clean my coffee pot like once every 2 weeks to keep it from the coil inside from clogging up from the hard water. You can actually see if you set a glass of water on the counter or something for like 5 minutes till it settles, you can see the shit floating on top. Yep.
Oh, plus, like when I was a kid, we used to get pizzas from this mom and pop place, Steve Michael's, that they actually used tomato paste and cheese that didn't turn into grease and shit. You know
like
what I
the
mean?
grease.
It makes a lot of difference.
I like
You know
the
what I mean?
grease. I like the oil. I like the grease. That's what I want to taste. I do. What we do is we drive to 50 miles every so often. We get them to cook it
No,
there.
it's a lot better without that.
Soap won't get foamy in Florida or Tennessee. That is not true. That's not true. I have no idea why Birmingham water is so soft. It's because everything in Birmingham is soft, like your head. Uh, Sorry, I got to tell you the truth, Kevin. You know that.
Oh, Woody!
I could.
Oh, that was a shot, Woody.
I could get a water softener. My wife, but the water comes out like slimy. Plus, you got to go buy rock salt every so often because that's how they do it. Um, and I'm just not interested in all that. So, we have well water here. It comes directly out of the ground to the house. So. And what it also does which is bad, and a lot of people don't know this, is that it clogs up your hot water heater. Okay, if you drain your hot water heater every 6 months or something when you got hard water, all right, and you pull the plug at the bottom, you will see it looks like coral, but it's not.
What the fuck?
Yep. And you got to take a vacuum cleaner, and I got a hose, a special hose from a little vacuum cleaner, and I stick it in there and I vacuum it all out. Yep. Big pain in the ass, and it will also cover your
Is this
elements.
like an episode of This Old House with Norm, the carpenter? I mean, I thought we were supposed to do like weirdo shit and stuff.
I'm sorry, Matt. I was just having a conversation with someone. I didn't mean to do that. Well, water.
So carry on.
Why are we talking about slimy water? Because the conversation came up, David. That's why. And I was just stating something. That's all. I'm very sorry to everyone
Well,
for
I
bringing up
suppose
slimy
David
water.
could tell us what slimy water is, but because he's smarter than everybody.
Oh, by San Diego, Amanda. She lives, actually, I think she told us this last time too, Sacramento. Or so. Make sure you turn the power off and it's full again before turning the power back on. Yeah, because also your elements, they get clogged with it too. And mine I got to do about every 6 months. Mine's due again in about another 2 months.
Snore fest.
Okay, Matt, please make the show better. You know that's your job.
Hit it, Nick.
Nick's gone. He's asleep. That's funny.
Well, we were talking about the Bondo chimps that are an undiscovered species of primate until the 1920s that were not believed to be possible. So, therefore, ergo, thus forth, we're looking at Bigfoot in the same realm and, roundabout, you know, integral, possibilities of if this is not a, a discovered, ergo, it doesn't surmise that there's no such thing as a Bigfoot in relative terms, in the hierarchy of possibilities.
Huh? Hey, did you hear about I think it was in Louisville or someplace, the black fucking like militia or something was marching in the streets, and one of them accidentally shot three of their members. uh,
All right, three down. How many more to go?
yeah, the guy gets up, the leader gets up and said, "We had a little accident. It happens." I'm like, "Yeah, three people getting shot by your own guy. That's great." Do primates look anything like Maxine Waters? Yeah, you're gonna get us kicked off, Kevin. Way to go. I'm smoking on this snooze fest. I'm sorry, Nick. Jesus Christ, what the hell? I'm sorry. All right, I won't bring up hot water heaters ever again in my life. Matter of fact, I'll just let mine fill up with fucking whatever the fuck that shit is. and we'll explode and die.
Only if they went and got their hay done.
Yeah, something I don't know, but why resort to bashing a woman's looks? It doesn't really have anything to do with that, Amanda. It has to do with the fact that she is a vile woman. Uh, I wish Kevin would have put it differently, because that comments like that get us kicked off. But nevertheless, it is a joke, literally, and people can't take jokes anymore. I guess I don't know what I do know. I can't understand a bloody word that Matt just said from Destiny. No one can, Destiny. No one can. No one can. But Maxine Waters is a vile,
Well,
disgusting
I
woman.
don't. I wouldn't bash Maxine Waters only for the only reason that she's incompetent
Well,
and unqualified to be a fucking congressperson.
she looks like she was weaned on a lemon to me. I did see the video that guy shot his foot at one of these Second Amendment rallies a couple of weeks ago. Um, I didn't see that. I didn't even hear about it. But when you start shooting your own members on accident, that's not good. And that's called having your finger on the trigger when you shouldn't be. And if you are actually shooting, that means they're walking around armed and fully loaded. Scientists are saying some primates are entering the Stone Age. They have been observed using stones and other objects as tools. That I understand. She's mean. She's not mean. She's stupid, is what she is, and she's causing a lot of the division in this country, right? Especially between blacks and whites. She is a disgusting human being.
And she's a hypocrite.
Oh, big time, yes, big time. Some primates are entering the Stone Age. Haven't they always been in the Stone Age?
Well,
I mean, they don't have satellite
they
TV.
yeah, they exhibit qualities of you know intelligence of using tools, and but the point being, they've been in that state. I don't think their cognitive abilities can move them forward. Their cognitive capabilities did not allow them to progress farther than that.
Yeah, they're like 3 points below us on the scale of like apes or chimps or whatever it is on the evolutionary scale or something like that. I mean, they don't have satellite TV or cable TV or any of that kind of shit, so I don't think they really have progressed as we have. That's my scientific
Yeah,
opinion.
watch out when they get Lincoln Continentals.
Amanda, Neanderthals are extinct. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Amanda knows that, David. She was making a point. I would hope.
Well, not according to certain racist groups. You are still a Neanderthal according to them.
Yeah, well, Al Sharpton don't count. Um, I think animals adapt to whatever situation is around. They can adapt to a lot. Certain species can adapt to a lot of different things. Some can't, uh, and that's why they go extinct. And some of the reason they go extinct is because of us. There's zero doubt of that.
Look up the what's the name of that bird? Fucking crazy looking. The fucking let's call it fucking thing. Let me think for a second.
Okay, you figure that out. I'm looking up.
Hang on. I'm thinking, trying to think about it. The hang the fuck on. I'm thinking. It's uh, we keep talking while I'm thinking.
Well,
Work yourself, man.
I
Come on.
think I
I'm
figured
trying.
I figured out what David and Amanda are talking about. They're basically calling Matt a Neanderthal, a dodo to be exact. If man evolved from chimpanzees, then why are they're still chimpanzees? I'm sure there's an answer to that, Alan. I have no idea what it is, and I have thought of that actually, and many people have. I've read it, that also, but I have no idea. I don't. I believe in evolution, frankly, but other people don't. A lot of you don't. Okay.
Yeah, most primates can be taught. They can't speak, but they can understand
Yeah.
language.
Well,
Just like a dog.
some
Yeah.
chimps can learn sign language and words through sign language, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You want to see something scary? Google the shoebill bird.
Shoebill,
Shoebill bird.
shoebill
It's a
bird.
giant bird that will scare the fuck out of you. And you talk about it looks like a fucking dinosaur that's still alive.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a stork. Yep.
Kind of like Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters.
The shoebill is also known as the whalehead. The whalehead stork or shoe-billed stork is a very large stork-like bird. It derives its name from its enormous shoe-shaped bill. It has somewhat stork-like overall form and has previously been classified with storks in the order of whatever it is, Ciconoliformes or something, based on morphology. But yeah, they are weird looking.
Yeah,
About half the size
like
of a man.
birds are fucking scary, man. I had there across the street. There was this big fucking gray crane perched on the peak of this roof, and it flew right over my head, like 2 feet over my head, and the wingspan is like fucking 6, 7 feet. I mean, it's like scary to fuck. If that was like a 10 foot wingspan goddamn bird, it'd probably try to strike me or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
David
Yeah,
Novi
it almost
says,
looks like a crane or stork family kind of bird.
yeah, yeah. David Novi says the majority of extinctions were the result of cataclysms, not human predation. Okay, we got literally thousands of species of other life on this planet, we'll call it, going extinct yearly. I get the dinosaurs, I get all that kind of thing, whatever, that's fine. But, that's not, we've hunted things. Look at the buffalo, they were almost gone. The alligator, they were almost gone. That's from humans just going out. The egrets is a bird. You will often see them down here in cow fields because they eat stuff out of the cow shit. They will follow or ride the cow around until he craps and then eat. Okay, they were almost killed for their plumes, completely out. Back in the 30s or 20s or something for feathers for women's hats. Raccoons and things like that at one point were almost extinct because of overhunting. You name it. Okay. So, in the end, a lot of human interaction, especially in modern times, can extinct many, many things. Uh, Larry's here. How you doing, Larry? I did put up the PayPal for Jasmine. Please, give $5. That's all we have. We have sandhill cranes here that are huge. Europeans overfish the rivers. True. They've also overfished the ocean
But
fish, also in many
that begs
places.
the other side of the coin. Um, like if you lived in the water, I don't think sharks would really give two fucks if they extincted humans.
No, that's
You
true.
know,
That's
you're
true.
talking about whoever's on top makes the rules. You think grizzly bears would give a fuck if they kill all the people? No.
No. Lions, predators, any kind of predator wouldn't care, but then they don't have our ability to think. It's like the whales. The Japanese have to have the whales. The Chinese have to have whales for these things. Rhino horns. So what happens when they're gone? What are you going to do then? That's my question. Okay. They're constantly
Yeah,
trying.
the animals, their thinking involves what's my next meal.
Yeah.
Humans is I'm gonna buy my next meal from the grocery store
Yeah.
because we've learned how to grow our food.
Yeah.
But then you get these dumbasses that go into the animal kingdom, swimming in an ocean or whatever, and then they get bit by a shark, or you go into the wilderness and you get attacked by a lion or a whatever, and then they go kill the animal. How about you stay the fuck out the goddamn house?
That's
Just
true.
like
You
you
don't
don't
know
want a
what you're
criminal
doing.
in your house.
Yeah, you don't know what
That's
you're
kind of how
doing.
that works.
People who do know what
I'm
they're
not
doing.
some kind of PETA person or a tree hugger, but it's common sense. Leave them the fuck alone.
Even the
You know?
crocodile hunter
Gee,
got killed underwater in the ocean by a
yeah,
stingray.
So yeah,
And he
by
knew
a
what he was
stingray
doing.
of all things.
Yeah, and he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, by a
But
stingray.
yeah.
wrong place, wrong stingray. He's now dead. So beaver at one time was almost extinct because of
Big.
pelts.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. So that's not necessary. We did lose things to
Bigfoot lives
cataclysms.
matter.
Yeah, we did lose things. There's no doubt of that. But humans have been, and not to mention, look at the rainforest. Look at the forest down in Venezuela that they're cutting down every other fucking day. Species have nowhere to go. Okay, they have nowhere to go. Okay, they live in trees. They eat certain things, whatever. I'm all for trying to save species. I think that humans could do a much better job of living with other life on this planet. Much better job. Now, do I want to see a grizzly bear or a freaking mountain lion running through my freaking yard? No. But if I do see a bear running through my freaking place, we have black bears down here. I'm certainly not going to shoot it just because it's here. Matter of fact, I'm going to pretty much stay on the porch and get ready to run the fucking house if he comes after me because he can
Only
eat me.
because we're getting overrun. We're getting overrun with mountain lions. And the reason is because people consider them like kitty cats, and you can't shoot any of them. They do it because they have to. I mean, they ruin the populations of mule deer, other species, elk, all kinds of bullshit. But they don't want. You can't shoot a kitty cat because that's like a kitty cat. You know what I mean?
Max says
Well, it's like, around here, we have coyotes. We have coyotes that will decimate a cattle herd, horses, everything. So it's a varmint. So people just shoot the fuckers because they're getting overpopulated. So the the state says, fuck.
Oh yeah, and most mainstream people don't understand that it's a checks and balances thing. You can't have one thing over dominating the other fucking thing that they both survive off of, and it's total the Disney bullshit of they talk and they make movies where they're like talking to each other. It's bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, read up the correlation between birds and insects. If there were no birds, we would be overpopulated by insects in no time.
Yep. Yep. and look at if there were no birds, would be overpopulated with mice, rats, any kind of rodent, rabbits.
Yep.
If
Exactly.
if we didn't have hunting, sadly, we would be overpopulated by deer in 20 years. There'd be hundreds. They'd be starving, literally.
Yeah.
David Moon
Yeah.
says, "Let's be
And it leads
truthful."
to them having all these diseases. You know,
But what
they're
bothers
finding
me,
all kinds of these diseases in these deer.
what
You
bothers
know,
me is when these
people have to be
assholes
careful.
go out just to shoot something, just to shoot it. They found in Africa,
And then just leave it there.
yeah, like 10 or
Yeah.
15 elephants just dead with all their tusks gone. People go to Africa to just shoot a fucking lion, take his head home. Here they do the same fucking thing. I mean, just, oh, I'm on the porch, I got a gun, let me shoot that fucking deer. I'm not going to actually eat it or use any of its qualities. I'm just going to shoot it. Hey, you're a fucking asshole. That's all you are. David Novy, about 95% of all species went extinct between 65 million years and 12,000 years ago as a result of multiple. Yeah, that's great, David. Okay, we get it. You're smart. Okay, but you know what? There's been a lot of species that have fucking also went extinct since then. Okay, and it's been from human one way or another, whether it be expansion or something. We almost wiped out the fucking buffalo just for the hides. Just for the fucking hides. Buffalo Bill Cody, the American fucking hero, went out on a train with other hunters and just shot thousands of them off the train. Skinned them and left the carcasses to rot. So, you know what? I get it. You're smart. All right? Give me a fucking break. We were given dominion over the animals, yes, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're supposed to wipe them out. Okay? No bees, I heard, would only last 4 years. And there is a bee shortage. There is a honey bee shortage in this country, big time. A lot of pesticides and stuff are killing them. And I'm going to tell you something. I live in a farming community where they grow a lot of stuff, and I have seen the crop dusters. I have seen the tractors spraying the plants. Just saw one the other day. What they're spraying it with, who the fuck knows? It's some kind of pesticide to keep the bugs off it. And then they sell it straight from the farm. How did they do this shit 100 years ago?
Well, they had varied crop formations, which also helps the bee population. You got mega growing of just strictly one crops. A lot of crops, bees don't pollinate, so they will move. They'll leave. They'll go some fucking place else, which doesn't help the rest of the ecosystem in that area.
Does not. Well, you take the Florida Everglades. The sugar companies have ruined the Florida Everglades. Okay, with the runoff, with the fertilizer going into the actual water table out in the Everglades. And then the Army Corps of Engineers came in and said they were going to make the Everglades better. So they put in down in South Florida where the Everglades are, they put in canals, and every year they drain the Everglades. Then they brought in these trees. They're called Melaleuca trees, and the bark on them is like paper. You can just peel it off, but the inner core of the tree is hard as a rock. All right. To soak, and what these trees do is they drink. That's it. They drink, and they shoot up like weeds everywhere. Okay, and they brought them in to, soak up the water. And now they got to send 100 Mexicans out in the Everglades all the time to kill these trees and cut them down. People with tropical fish, they throw them in the frickin' Everglades. People with, reptiles, snakes, all that kind of boa constrictors are a big problem out there. Them things get big enough, they eat the deer out in the Everglades. And the Everglades deer are not like we have here, much like they're not, the ones we have here are not like the ones you have up north, okay, which are huge. The key deer down there are very small deer, and they're big enough to eat one, and they're killing off a lot of the population of furry critters that because it's an invasive species. Oscar fish that people put in their fish tanks, sucker fish that people put in their fish tanks will decimate the area they're in because they eat all the nutritious stuff that keeps the Everglades ecosystem going, just like they do in your fish tank.
Oh yeah, it's a long list. They got invasive species in the Great Lakes. They're killing natural species of fish because they either eat them or eat their food source, which they're no good for. You got some kind of Chinese bullshits going all over the place. You ever see them ones that jump out of the boat and fucking conk people on the head and
Yep.
shit?
Yeah.
That's some kind of invasive shit.
Yeah, that's funny shit right there is what that is. That is some funny shit when that happens.
So that tree you talking about, Jared, was that a water oak?
No, I don't know. They call them Melaleucas down here. They are a white, papery bark. Literally, you can just peel it off. But the core of the tree trunk is like hard as a rock. But I guess because it's soft on the outside, is they drink a lot of water. So what they were brought in to do was to suck up the water in the Everglades, and it didn't fucking work. And every place you go, which the nature is the only thing that knows what it's doing, people like the Army Corps of Engineers go in and fuck it up. And every year they let the water out of the freaking Everglades through the canal systems into the intercoastal system and out into the Atlantic Ocean. And every year they claim there's a drought in South Florida. Every year. And when do they do this? Beginning of spring, when I used to live down there, because you could see it. The canal water doesn't move, but when they open up the gates, the water coming out of the Everglades, you can see it going east towards the ocean.
Yeah,
Carper.
well, I have a huge.
Hmm.
This thing is huge. It's been there for probably about 25 or 30 years. I mean, it's the biggest tree in the yard,
Right.
and the grass doesn't even grow around it because
Right.
it sucks up every ounce of water around it.
Is it white? Because Melaleuca trees are
It's
white.
it's a white bark. It's kind of a white gray bark. I'll send you a picture of
Yeah,
so
if
you
you
can
can
see
go
what it
out
looks
and
like.
peel the bark
But
off like paper, that's why they call them paper trees down here too. What they do is they'll send 150, 200 Mexicans out to these areas that these things are infested, and they will cut them all down. They're all illegal aliens doing it. Has been for years. That's what they do.
it's we found out it's devastating. It's a devastating tree because the roots will
Yeah,
find the waters like
exactly.
your sewage,
Well,
everything.
most oak trees are like that. Actually, most oak trees. We had when I was managing apartments, we had this oak tree. It's probably 150 years old. I mean, the thing you couldn't put your arms around it. You could maybe halfway. Okay, and
Oh, this one's huge.
they will
In
grow into
that
water
little
pipe.
amount of time that it's been planted, 25, maybe 25 years, at the most 30. And it was planted as like a 4 foot tree. This shit is, I don't know how many, it must be 60 feet tall. It's huge. It's taking over and it's sucking all the water out of the yard.
Yeah, and it will also the roots will grow right into your water pipes. Also, back in the day in Florida, they used clay
Yeah,
water pipes.
with
Clay.
sewage problems,
Yep.
everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they used to use clay water pipes in the tree limbs. First of all, clay obviously degrades underground, but the tree roots had no problem getting through them. Um, yeah, it's pythons, not boas. I'm sorry, Burmese pythons down here. They actually have a season where they give licenses to people to go out. They just caught one. I think it was 17, 18 foot long. Well, they killed it.
Oh Lord, not snake shit. Don't get started on snake shit.
Well, it's true. I get it. We have a lot of invasive species. Some of them came here. A lot of the originals. A lot of them came here from the Spaniards, like boar hogs. We that is not a that came from the Spanish. Horses, a lot of them. Rats. Boca Raton is a I think it's a Spanish name for big rats, I believe, because the rats, what would happen is they would get the ship would anchor. The rats would climb down the rope and swim to shore, and you know how rats are. So, and they were big too. They would get very big because there was nothing to kill them. Uh, you, Killer bee, all these kind of shit that get brought over here by other countries, and they all you need is a male and a female to get together, lay a bunch of eggs, and then they lay a bunch of eggs. Before you know it, you got an invasive species that doesn't take long, especially in a place like the Everglades where there's real. Another big problem with the Everglades is that they keep building on it. They do. And what happens is the heat from the ground after they fill in they dredge out the Everglades, they fill it in to build houses on it, and the heat from the ground actually stops the rain. The rain will go. The heat pushes the rain out of the way. I've watched it happen literally. Um, so when it in Florida, it used to rain every day for 20, 30 minutes. It would come down in buckets and then clear up, and everything was fine. Now you can go weeks without rain in the summer, and it is actually hotter in Florida because of it. And there are droughts everywhere. They won't let you water your grass. They won't do this at certain times. All that. I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and water my grass, literally. So, do you have kudzu in Florida? What is a kudzu? I've heard that name. I don't know. Rat's mouth, Boca Raton. Yeah, whatever. Yep. We have had monkeys get out of labs here, and they've taken over islands. There's hundreds of them. And if you get on the island, chances are you're going to get attacked by the monkeys. It just is what it is. Now we have them damn murder hornets, as if the regular ones aren't bad enough. I haven't seen a murder hornet here, but um, you know, it's crazy shit, man. I'm gonna tell you what. Every year I cut the grass around here and the weeds and everything. I have two riding mowers, one with two blades, one with three. And every year I got to buy 5 new blades because these weeds will literally break the fucking blades. That's how tough they are. You got to run them over 4 or 5 fucking times just to get them cut down to the ground with a riding mower. Crazy shit, man.
Well, there's another cryptid that is still believed to be alive. It's called the Mingway in Tanzania. It's a gray colored cat the size of a donkey that has paws about 10 inches wide, and it actually drags down people, and it's been spotted killing people and dragging them off. It's an unknown species of big cat that is very elusive.
What is it
It's
called?
supposed to be a cryptid, like prehistoric.
What is it?
Mingway.
Mingway?
Mngway. Yeah. But like Mngway or something.
Okay. I spelled it wrong, but we'll try it anyway. Yep, Mngwa. Okay, let's see if we can find a picture of this mother. Holy shit. Well, they're kind of
Oh, crap.
Yeah,
That's scary.
yeah. They look
Kind
like
of
them
like a leopard.
They look like them saber-toothed tigers without the huge fangs, man.
Yeah, spot.
Oh, it's just like one dude told me, your little kitty cat house cat. If he was big enough, he'd probably kill you.
Yeah, yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're devious as fuck.
Says
But
the last
you know,
sighting
they're
on
probably
this.
plotting your death all the time.
Said the last sighting on this one is 1975 in the country of Tanzania in the grasslands, and they have no idea about the possible population or the possible endangerment. They don't know when the first sighting was. Uh, wow.
Now, you see, 1975 is fairly recent here. And you're
Yeah.
telling me you can't believe in Bigfoot. All right. No, you're contradicting yourself here.
And they call it the Great Gray Ghost. Unsolved mysteries in the world.
Let's see. Both first samples and tracks were different from those of a lion. Frank W. Lane's 1954 issue of Nature Parade. Patrick Bowen, a hunter who tracked the Mingwa at one time, remarked that the animal's tracks were like those of a leopard but much larger. It was also described to have brindled fur that was highly visibly different from that of a leopard. Lane believed that the attacks reported in the 19th century by the Chismet associated with Nandi bear might actually have been attacked by Mingwa. The creature may possibly have been abnormally colored variation, larger size of the African golden cat. But they got hand drawn pictures of this, and this thing is freaking huge, man.
Yeah, it's scary. Look at
You see how much people think they know that they don't fucking know anything about. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree with you.
Keep an open mind is what I mean.
You know, I'm looking at a list of cryptids, I'm sorry, here, right? Alphabetically. And the list is amazingly long. I'm going to save this. I mean, it is just the L's alone, there's probably 35 names, along with stuff, the famous one like Loch Ness Monster, which says is confirmed. I don't. They got the Loch Oich Monster, Loch Ridge Monster, Lone Pine Mountain Devil. Let's look about the Lone Pine Mountain Devil. Is a winged carnivore of North of holy shit.
These things.
It's a bird with fucking teeth.
Yeah, the cryptid shit is fascinating, man.
This thing.
What's this lone pine? It's winged?
Yeah, it's a bird with fucking teeth. Let's see. Lone Pine Mountain Devil is a winged carnivore of North America folklore. Okay, some believe it to be a West Coast relative of the New Jersey Devil. One early account by a priest described him as winged demons sent from the depths of hell. Also referred to as the California Mountain Devil, the animal is said to be a bat-like legendary creature or cryptid believed to inhabit the wilderness and mountainous regions of the American Southwest, northern Mexico. Lone Pine Mountain Devil is usually described as a large, furry, multi-winged creature with razor-like talons and multiple layers of deadly, venomous fangs. The scientific community considers the Lone Pine Mountain Devil to be a combination of folklore and misidentification rather than a real creature. Since 1928, there has not been any significant or credible sightings of the Lone Pine Mountain Devil, and there are no existing images of the creature caught on film. Holy shit.
So I have heard of that. They used to just call it bat people or something.
Okay.
I've heard of that before. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's some shit right there. This thing is literally, if it stood up straight, would be almost twice as tall. It's twice as long as a human is tall. Has a tail. Damn, we could go on with. We could have 800 shows with this.
Now,
Little.
where do you I know. Where do you go up with the all the legends of Europe of George, King George, the Dragon Slayer? There's got to be some truth in that kind of shit. That he killed dragons, and what actually were the dragons? They weren't pelicans. I mean, that'd be Monty Python shit there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, man, this list is amazingly long. Saber-toothed deer confirmed. Okay, so let's see what that is. Uh, Holy shit! There's an actual picture of one, and it actually has those long fangs, teeth. Looks like a deer, basically. It's different colored. Uh, the Kashmir musk deer is very unique in appearance. Unlike gentle grazers of the Americas, the males of the species have fangs protruding from their mouths. Scientists believe they use them for fighting other bucks during mating season and to kill people who get too close, I would think, because these things are like probably 4 inches long out of his mouth. He's only about 2 to 3 foot tall, weighs 15 to 37 pounds, and extremely hard to spot in the wild because they don't group together in herds but seem mostly solitary. Uh, they live in eastern Afghanistan in rugged, foliage rich terrain.
You see, these are animals that seem totally bizarre, um, but
Yeah.
are real shit. Real
No,
shit.
this shit's.
It seems totally fucking bizarre.
Yeah, you gotta see this motherfucker. I mean, I'm telling you, look him up because he's got almost dog ears, but they're huge like deer ears, and he's got black and tan and red, almost striped, but not quite. It's more spotted, and he's got these goddamn fangs coming out of his mouth that I am telling you are at least 3 to 4 inches long and sharp as shit.
Looks like a fucking wild hog shit going there, except it's a deer.
Holy crap! I can't believe this picture, man. I'm gonna put it on screen. You guys gotta see this shit.
Oh yeah, look up the Tasmanian devils that were bound for the
There he is.
Bronx Zoo that escaped and have populated every place down in Florida and Louisiana.
There he is. Look at him. Look at them fangs, man. You don't see that shit here on the dirt. I'm telling you right now. Uh, let's see. My last trip there was
Holy
over.
shit.
Let's see, Nick. You're supposed to leave while you're ahead. Nick was supposed to leave. Oh yeah. Oh, from the casino. Yeah, yeah. Nick, way to go, man. Uh, but anyway, they're talking about gambling. Apparently, nobody cares about what we think about the cryptids. But yeah, I've saved the thing. We can talk about that. Let's see. Stop. All right. So, all right. What are we talking about here? Let's see.
It's deer. Just the amount of things that people are not aware of that are real fucking things
Yeah.
and can't believe in other things because they haven't seen them, but you haven't seen that fucking thing either anywhere.
Exactly.
But it's real, right?
Well, there's for this deer.
Yeah, I see new insects and bugs every day down here in Louisiana that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
So you never know what you're going to see.
Yeah, and people forget about bugs. There's billions of bugs, man. If we would be eaten alive if there weren't certain animals out there like birds and shit that eat these things, man. We'd be eaten alive by bugs. There'd be no way to keep them out.
Yeah, that's why I brought up.
Oh, you know what? Birds. There are more ants on the world than people. Ants, just ants. There's more ants on Earth than people.
My guess there's more ants on my property than there are in all of Chiefland. So, all right, Tasmanian devils are nasty, aggressive little bastards.
Believe me.
Do you eat them too?
Constantly killing these motherfuckers. No, I don't eat them.
Well, look at cockroaches.
I can tell you what, my dad's brother actually ate chocolate covered ants.
Come on, Nick. You probably sit out in the yard like a chimp and stick a stick down the ant hole and suck them off the stick, and you're eating ants all afternoon, right?
I'm actually allergic to ants. I still have scars from ants that bit me when I was a kid.
Well, that doesn't mean you can't eat them.
What I do was a stick.
Amanda should probably eat them.
On it.
Destiny's from Australia.
And let it soak in and set it the fuck on fire.
Well, we got ants here. I just avoid them. Every once in a while, run it over with the mower and get one on me. But it's like cockroaches. I mean, you see one cockroach, there's 1,000 somewhere else. Okay? And probably close.
Oh, yeah.
We had a cockroach invasion in this house that we finally had to just call a guy out because nothing in the store worked. The goddamn borax and I mixed it with sugar. They wouldn't touch it. That kind of thing. So,
Oh, I'm a poison spraying. I'm a poison spray around the house. I spray ants. I got 7 dust for the tomato plants. I got every chemical you can imagine to kill every goddamn ant pile, you name it. But they keep come. So kill these bastards.
The only thing I can't stand are fucking fleas. God
fleas
damn it.
No good.
I lived in this apartment. They had a fucking flea bag ass dog upstairs for me. Their porch was right over top of my front fucking door. And they kept the dog out there all the fucking time. So every time I went in my front door, they were coming in with me. I could not get rid of these fucking, and they love me. They bite the fuck out of me. Yep. And I can't stand, that is the only thing. I mean, I'm not afraid of mice, rats, anything else. Fleas fucking just creep me out, man.
Oh, they will bite the shit out of you. But that's another thing. All of my dogs, cats, always on flea treatment. Because the fleas would just jump on them immediately in the yard. And it all depends upon the season. Because there's a flea season.
And they'll also do it in the house if they got them.
And these dogs, yeah.
Yep. I dose my cat like every month. He gets dosed with this shit.
Yeah, we got 2 dogs. We've given pills for that.
Put that liquid.
Which we give them pills, but
my dog.
No, the cat. You spread the shit on the back of his head between his ears so he can't lick it off, and it's soaked into his fucking system.
Yeah.
The
dogs, they were prescribed flea treatment because they're both white. I told y'all about the Bichon and all this shit. Well, they're very susceptible to allergies and shit. So I have but you.
Oh, we spend $70 a month on flea and heartworm pills for our dogs. It's crazy. And like cockroaches.
For the heartworm, I'll get the shot.
Cockroaches.
for the dog?
The cockroaches actually. You can. There's a place called Do Your Own Pest Control, and they'll sell you professional grade shit. And I have bought it before, but cockroaches learn to apparently love certain, like the shit you buy in the store. Doesn't. I mean, it may kill if you get it directly. It may kill it, but it won't keep them away. And once it dries, it's useless. Um, we got rid of ours by the putting down them sticky pads all over the place. I mean, they were everywhere, and we literally broke the cycle. It took 3 months, and then there's this stuff comes in this big syringe. You just put a little dot here and a little dot there, and they eat it, and before you know it, they were all gone.
Right.
But and we haven't had none
Yeah.
since. You
I
know.
buy a particular brand that actually takes care of them, and I find them dead before they even enter the house.
Yeah.
I mean, they come out of the yard and they get on the cement, the carport, and they're dead.
Yeah.
And they're kicking, and flopping. So apparently it's worse. But inside, I spray on the inside because I have to watch out because I have pets on the inside.
Yeah.
So I get
Exactly.
pet friendly kind of shit.
Yeah.
And if you get these German roaches, that's a bad problem. Cockroaches, which we call tree roaches, is big submission.
Sea Heil.
Yeah. But these German roaches, they're little small little bastards that will invade your house. And you have to watch out for those little bastards.
Well, I haven't had to do anything for a while, but I watch constantly now because I mean it's like you never can. You see one, you got to start worrying because there are thousands behind it. I mean, I used to we would literally everything, all the food had to go in the refrigerator one way or the other. We had boxes of cereal in the refrigerator, all kinds of shit, or in plastic tubs where they couldn't get in. And the weird part was like,
Well, see, it's all the same thing. It's same as rats, the Norwegian and the brown rat and the cockroach migrated when Europeans came to the fucking Americas. We didn't have shit like that before.
yeah. Well, they also didn't bathe, so most of the humans had fleas also.
Yeah.
Around here, that's why I don't kill snakes. I don't kill birds. I don't kill any of that kind of shit because otherwise we'd be overrun with mice. Okay, even rattlesnakes I don't kill. And we got pygmy rattlesnakes, they're the little ones, but which will fuck you up, make no doubt. And I don't walk around here without looking down to find them because I see them all the time. But I don't kill them because what they the coach whips around. I don't kill any snakes around here unless I absolutely have to. The dog has killed more snakes than I have in the yard, but they keep the rats, the mice, and everything else down. I can go underneath my house, all right, and I see where the snakes go under there. Look, because I see thousands of mice tracks under there. But then I see where the snake goes in, and when you go underneath the house, it's dark under there. You can't see. You don't see any mice, and you also don't smell any dead ones because they are killed by the. And like I got snakes living on my barn floor. They kill the ones in the barn.
No, yeah, the snake will go down into the nest and eat all the fucking babies.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It's like my
Actually,
cats outside. There's some mousers. I mean, they'll kill a mouse or a rat and then put it on the front or the side door as a prize when I walk out in the morning. Like, look what I did. Like, thanks. They won't eat it and just leave it.
we have a problem down here with sugar ants. They're tiny, tiny little ants that run around like crazy, and they'll get in
Oh,
your
that
house.
little black,
Yeah, they
yeah,
will
the
get.
little black ant.
Yeah, they'll get in your
Yeah.
house, especially if it rains a lot. And one of the reasons for that is because most people they have plants around their house. So if they have anything touching the house, the ants are on the plants. They'll get on the plants and they will find a way in, and they will find mostly a way in around your kitchen because that's where the water supply is. And of course,
Yes,
food of any
exactly.
kind that you may leave out or crumbs on the counter or table or something. You'll have them everywhere. There is shit you can buy to get rid of them. You put a couple of drops on a piece of cardboard, and the next day there's about 2 billion dead ones, and then there's no live ones anymore. But yeah, you got to cut your trees back. Got to do all that shit. I don't have any trees up against the house, but um, we have red ants. We have cow killer ants, the big red and black ones that are about an inch and a half long.
Oh, them
Sometimes,
some bitches.
if they bite you, you're
Yeah,
fucked.
they showed up at my house about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Where they came from is beyond me. We don't have cows, but I've been. You almost can't kill these bastards.
You ever seen them big black ants that got like white fucking fur on them?
No.
Yeah.
No.
We got every insect you can imagine, man.
Well, you live basically.
I got ants of all kinds.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I've seen the cow killers are bad. Now I learned about them when I was land surveying because the guy I was with, he was just a redneck. He knew all about this kind of shit. And you get enough of them together, they will literally bring a cow down in the field and have him like down to bone in a day or so. Um, it is.
Yeah, when the cow goes down to eat the grass,
Yep.
the ant crawl in his mouth, suffocates it, and then eats it from the inside out.
Yep. And
That's what cow.
And if they bite a human, you don't necessarily have to go to the hospital, but the acid they release, you will be in severe pain. Just one of them. Severe pain.
Oh yeah, my dad's the one that told me what they were called because he got bit by one years and years ago when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
He said that is some horrible pain.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, as ants go, most beautiful ant you'll ever see. The colors are brilliant on it. You can't miss it because it's way bigger than like red ants. Way bigger, you know. But yeah, you don't want to get bit by. We got these caterpillars down here.
Jerry Attenborough here.
We got these caterpillars where we used to. I haven't seen one in years, but we used to have these caterpillars down there. They were beautiful green, gorgeous, and they had like hair on them. They were actually spikes that I didn't know about when I was like, 14 or 12 or something like that. And I picked it up, and those spikes release whatever acid into your skin, and that shit fucking hurts. It seems the more beautiful they are, the meaner they are.
Yeah, we have those black fuzzy.
Well, the colorful ones are supposed to be more of a warning to leave me the fuck alone.
Apparently, I don't know. I didn't know that at 14. I picked it up. I thought it was cool looking, and I regretted that immediately, almost.
Yes.
Immediately. So I haven't seen them in years. They may have killed them all off.
Every insect.
Back when I was a kid, they used to run through the neighborhoods with the truck.
Has a mechanism to fend off their predator.
Yeah.
So trigger them, they're going to get you.
Back when I was a kid, they had the truck come through the neighborhood to spray poison up and down all the streets. You know, you'd ride behind it and on your bike, and you'd call it smoke, but basically what you're breathing in was, insecticide, pure insecticide. They don't do this shit anymore. But we didn't have mosquitoes. We didn't have a whole lot of shit that we seem to have now because they stopped doing it. So maybe that's what's wrong with me. Who the hell knows? All right, guys, I'm tired and we got to go. As much as the bug talk has interested me. I had a long day today. Mostly successful, I must say. Very happy that all my electricity works correctly now. So we got that going for us. I hope everybody enjoyed it. We seem to at least hold the people that we, even the ones not commenting, whoever they may be. We seem to hold them because we stay pretty steady. I mean, I know we don't have a lot, but I appreciate it. We got the same 5 or 6. There's people on here that aren't actually commenting, so appreciate you guys. Do. Anybody who may have will be watching on YouTube, we appreciate it. I haven't been over there tonight, but we appreciate you guys too. Matt, you got any last words for tonight?
Yeah. If you ever run up face to face with a Bigfoot, what you do is you take a stick, swing it around in the air a few times, throw it up straight, and the Bigfoot will mimic you. And when he throws his up, it's going to go a lot higher, and he's going to watch it. And then you can like beat feet.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, and if you ever see a
He'll
grizzly
be
bear or a
beating
mountain
feet. He'll
lion,
throw a stick at you
yeah, if you ever
and
see a grizzly,
bust your ass.
yeah, ever see a
Yeah,
grizzly
okay.
or a mountain lion, please go up by all means and try to pet it because it'll know you're friendly. Like the lady was trying to take pictures of buffaloes, and the one came at her, and she tripped. She's lucky to be
Yeah,
alive. These fucking morons with the buffaloes.
exactly.
Why do these fucking idiots with the buffaloes? They all want to get out of their car and take a fucking picture of them up close. Enough. They're wild friggin' animals, and they don't like you. And they don't like you because all their ancestors were murdered by you. Stay the fuck away from the buffalo. That's my advice. Oh, and if you do see a Bigfoot, try not to be carrying like one of those old time cameras that it all looks grainy. Get like some nice high definition shit of it. Nick, how about you? Do you have any last advice for the people?
Um, Stay away from wild animals. They
Yeah,
will
there you
kill
go.
you.
Yeah, all animals don't like you. Excellent, excellent advice.
Stay out of their stay out of their home.
Yeah,
It's like you don't want them in your home.
and if you go into the deep forest where grizzly bears or stuff like that live, don't bring a 38 with you. Bring the biggest fucking gun you can find and keep your eyes open because they will
Yeah,
sneak up on your ass and eat you anyway. But at least you needed something that's not going to bounce off their freaking skull. Good God, some people are so stupid. All right.
you better show up with a 7 mag or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
because or a 44 Magnum or something
yeah.
because other than that, you better be quick from the hip because your ass is grass.
Jimmy Collins has some very fine advice. If you're ever being chased by a bear and you are with a friend, whack him in the shin and haul ass. There you go. Quick story on Payne's Prairie, where people have lived for
Life
10,000
safe.
years, literally. Shell mounds everywhere, all that kind of shit. Sinkholes everywhere that have filled up with water full of alligators. We decided to go down into one where the beach part was probably 20 foot long and maybe 5 foot wide to look at the fucking alligators, okay? We didn't realize that there was a mama sitting eggs on this little tiny beach, and she was pretty big. At least she looked big to me, and made that noise they made, which is I can't even describe it, especially when it's about 15 foot away from you. And I turned around. My friend was already at the top of the 45 foot incline that was about 35, 40 foot long, and I started hauling ass, and I have never fucked a wild animal since. Okay, I have a deal with the furry critters here. They leave me alone. I leave them alone. Everybody is freaking happy. I don't purposely go out to try to kill any of them, and they don't purposely come to me to try to kill me. And I'm very happy with this. This whole situation is working out very well for me. We'll be back Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, probably talking politics. We also are on Wednesday night talking politics. Friday night is usually trivia or something similar with Matt, and then Saturday night is weird shit with Matty K. Even though he doesn't let me know what he's doing and expects me to be prepared. Tonight we talked about cryptids and weird shit like that. Thank everybody who came on and listened, and also who commented. Please stay vigilant, be aware of your surroundings at all times, and always remember it's amazing what you can do when you have no other choice. My name is Jerry on behalf of Mr. Matty K and Mr. Nicky Young. We bid you a good night. And please remember Jasmine, who is Nick's daughter, who has cancer. We're trying to raise money for her. The link is here. It's above in the title. Please, $5, anything you can give, please do so. We'd very much appreciate it. All right. So till Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll see you guys the next time. Bye.